Hello again, it's Garson, and we just finished the Karlach Hot Chick Honor Mode run on stream. So what does that mean? It means it's time for another run, baby. Let's go. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show, this is gonna be a little bit of a reference video for me, keep track of what I'm kind of aiming for with these builds, but also give you a sneak peek at it. And if these interest you, the idea is you'll get to see them level up through the run together on a team, see how we kind of build these things together, build these characters together, and see how they fare. But I think this is gonna be quite the run. So what I'll do is actually put these little notes up on the screen like usual. I'll make this quick for you because we got to get into the run itself. But as always, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's dive right into this. So let me scoop back up. This is going to be the Yolo Bard run. You know Volo? This is like his great descendant. I don't know if you know this. Volo's pretty old, okay? So the idea here is we're just playing around with the idea. I want to do a Valor level 12 Bard as the main character. It's not going to be much of a story run. It's just a silly excuse and a silly name for references, all right? This is going to be an honor run. Let's go over the rules. As always, thanks for watching. And if you want to support the channel, come hop in the stream. That's the rule for today. Otherwise, I appreciate you guys. So what's the rules? I do rules on my run. Let's just go over these really quick. This time, there's not much rules. It's just kind of LOL, what rules, all right? The idea here is Yolo is going to be Volo's descendant. I thought Volo was a bard. Turns out he's a wizard. Let's just keep it at that. It's kind of silly anyway. We're going to break this game over my knee. I'm going to show you the not-so-typical builds. There's some really cool stuff here that people wanted to see anyway, so this is kind of a highly requested builds, but we're also synergizing these together. And if my idea is right, we're probably going to break the game, but we're not going to break it with camp guardians, something like warding bond in the camp, or we're not going to use bag glitches or anything like that. No, I'm going to show you this game is very breakable with these kinds of builds. These are going to be very powerful. I'm not limiting myself on this run, and we are going to use some quality of life mods like the Long Strider for Everybody mod or the Concentration mod for the 2024 D&D rules, but nothing that really makes the game easier, just quality of life. So these are mods you can get on the mod manager. Go find them. If you see them in the stream, you can use them too. But we're also going to be looking good. We're going to be using Transmogrify. This is unfortunately a mod that does not happen on the mod manager. It's a third-party mod that just lets me change one armor to look like another armor, okay? As always, just have some fun with it. It's not a big deal. I can change the rules if I want to. So without further ado, let's actually get into this. And if these are intriguing to you, they're going to be on the stream. So if you want to know how to level or play through the game with these, well, that's going to be the whole point of the run, right? I'm going to dive into these super quick. So I apologize if they're too quick. But yeah, like I said, the whole point of the run is to kind of do this. Now, what I'm going to do actually to start off is our sorcerer. All right. It's going to be very important to our Valor Bard here, because our Valor Bard has melee weapons and ranged weapons, and we need to use Thunder. So at a certain point, what I'll be able to do with my Sorcerer is actually twin this magic that comes on the Drake Throat. This is like a very unique buff where you can add element to a weapon, but with a Sorcerer, the unique thing about this is we can do a not so much of an exploit, but rather a really cool trick where we can target two weapons. Okay. If this guy would figure it out. All right, Gale, put that back. Put that back, Gale. Put it back on the ground. Put it back. There you go. Okay, now we're gonna use Go Ahead Thunder. Put it on this one and put it on this one. So now both of his weapons are gonna have additional thunder damage. All right, and then what we'll do is we'll put on the Marco staff. Cha-ching, cha-ching. His dual wielder. Okay. And then we'll light him up in a moment. All right, but first, the Valor Bard, right? So it's not going to look like this guy. We'll probably just make him silly looking anyway, but he's probably going to be a human, and he's going to be the descendant of Olo. He is a Valor Bard, level 12. Why? Because I made a video about Valor 12, or just Valor in general. You can do anything with just a pure level 12 Valor Bard. You can do pretty much anything. In fact, you don't just do anything, you can do everything, okay? But the reason we have Thunder on both these weapons now is because we're going to be using a reverb set. Reverb really allows us to land things like Call Lightning a lot easier. And if you've ever wondered how to land spells easily, this is the setup for you. Because not only are we a level 6 spellcaster with Valor Bard, not only do we have extra attack just like a martial fighter or paladin would, right? But the crazy thing about a build like this is we have acuity, so when we do thunder damage, we actually raise our spell save, okay? And when we use thunder damage, we get a condition on the opponent where it makes it easier for us to land dexterity saving throw spells and the like, okay? So we're not only debuffing the enemy, but we're increasing our accuracy with our spells while hitting people with damaging weapons, okay? And doing thunder damage. It's going to be wild, okay? That's pretty much the gist of it. Oh wait, he does more. What's this? He has expertise in deception, performance, and persuasion. This guy can literally tell people to kill themselves, and they will. Certain key bosses in Act 2, for instance, will literally die just because I told them to, okay? But also we have stealth and sleight of hand. Stealth is something we can abuse a spell like greater invisibility to just murder people without even going into combat. But also sleight of hand allows us to get everything legitimately the right way, right? But stealing it the wrong way, you know. But we can get unlimited scrolls. We can get all the armor we want. Sleight of hand, I've said it many times, honor mode. This is one of the things to make your game a lot easier, okay? So this is YOLO Everyman. He can do anything and everything. He's our main character. We have our Selune Smiter. This is a heavily requested one, so I said, okay, instead of a build video, I'm just gonna play this because this makes me like excited anyway. I did a video called Paladin, or Smite is not the class, where I was trying to make a point that Paladin does more than smiting, but conversely, you can put smiting on any class if you know what you're doing. You just need spell slots and the ability to hit people. So I think 23 strength is going to be plenty to hit people, okay? You just set your divine smite to reaction. If you have a lot of spell slots, you can smite a lot, okay? So we're also going to be 10 levels of Cleric. This is going to add so much utility to the build and the team in general. But hey, I know it's a little typical, but we're going to be using Radiant Orbs. Radiant Orbs is a debuff on opponents that when you hit them with radiant damage, like your weapon or your smite or your spells, they're going to get a little debuff that makes it harder for them to hit you and your allies. So she's going to be doing massive damage. She's going to be able to save characters with Sanctuary and the little healing ward with her bonus actions, and she's going to be smiting people, especially when we use and abuse Hold Person, okay? So everybody wanted to see this, so I wanted to see it too. Spider Song. This is Minthara's build. There's a reason we're using Minthara, but I'll get to it in a moment. There's a reason I have a shield on, but I'll get to that in a moment. So we're going to use a level 10 Enchantress Wizard. At level 2 we choose the subclass, and then we'll actually get 2 levels of Bard, because initially she's going to be a powerhouse when it comes to control, abusing the crap out of Hold Person and eventually getting the ability to target 2 people with 1 spell on a lot of these enchantment spells, okay? So you get a lot of added value there. But eventually she'll actually be able to double her psychic damage and make it even easier to land these spells. And what's even crazier than that, she herself, with mental fatigue, when she does psychic damage and hits people with spells, she's going to make it even easier for others to land things like Hold Monster and just keep rolling the benefits, okay? So double psychic damage, control monster, enchanting. She even has this cool reaction where if people try to attack her, if she gets this off, they can't hit her. They have to go fight somebody else. So I really wanted to see the power of an Enchanter in a real honor mode run, because I was very impressed with it, and I love Wizard lately. I really think people need to understand how powerful Wizard is, okay? Plus, we're going to get Will's Sword to get this Cambion. I showed this off in the video, but just so you know, you can charm somebody with this, and if they get charmed, you can land this powerful psychic damage for free, okay? If you have 2 actions, like from a haste potion, you can actually land this first and then do this. And with the double power of Psychic from Minthara's ability, we're actually going to be able to do a massive 20 to 110 damage with just the Cambion. Not to mention, he's got this cool Raise of Fire, and, you know, he's a good little extra ally on the battlefield. Okay, comes for free from the sword in Act 2, so we'll be using that. And then, of course, I think we've all used a Sorcerer. Probably for lightning, probably for cold, and yeah, probably for fire. And I get this argument all the time: Evo Wizard is not as good as a fire pyro. Well, you know what? I kind of agree and I kind of don't agree, but it doesn't mean I don't like playing it. And I love Eldritch Blast, and Scorching Ray is effectively a spell version of Eldritch Blast with fire, and it can upcast it to hit even more targets, so that's our bread and butter there. But I just showed you how strong Firebolt can be in a video as well, and I've also done a video on Flameblade in the past, which has a unique interaction with Minthara's soul branding. So I just wanted to do a build with Flameblade at the highest level. That's right, level 6 Flameblade. but we can use it at 4 and we can use it at 2, and we can use all of our other spell slots for things like Fireball, Scorching Ray, and of course we have good old Firebolt just in case we don't want to use anything, right? Just a good reliable range fire attack. And thanks to what I talked about in Arsonist Oil will make fire super easy, will never be resisted throughout the campaign, because I was wrong in that video. This thing's available like in Act 1 and on. It's kind of crazy. When we need the fire resistance taken care of, we can utilize this to help Gale do max damage like he should, okay? So he's going to start off as a fire sorcerer, but then he's going to actually be a Pyro Blade, because he can use his bonus actions to swing with the Flame Blade, and he can use his main actions to blow things up with Scorching Ray, Fireball, or Firebolt, okay? So some notes about this run before I get into it. So gaming run is going to be, it's a gaming run, so it's going to be way less on story. The only story I care about is just making sure Shadowheart here becomes a Selune, okay? We're also going to need Will. Maybe he'll be our sorcerer, or maybe we'll just swap him in. I just got to get his sword because I really want to use the Cambion thing. And we're going to do some cool tricks like the initiative trick. Again, just borderline kind of exploit, but just bear with me. This shield, if you equip it, anybody can equip a shield, doesn't mean they can be very good with it, right? But this shield gives you 3 initiative, and there's also a bow, the Hellrider bow. And what you can do is equip this stuff, right? And you'll have the bonus initiative. Once combat starts, you just take it off, and hey, now you can cast again, and you still have that initiative roll that you had from the beginning, so you don't need it anymore, okay? So if we need to, we can kind of use that to enhance our initiative, and then still be a good caster, just taking it off, taking the hit to armor class. Little tricks like that, I'm going to kind of demonstrate. Plus, I just showed you the trick where we got our Valor Bard here, some thunder weapons on both weapons, right? So I'm going to try and use tricks like that just to kind of enhance what you can do. Here's the really cool trick that I just feel like nobody knows. If you use soul branding on your Flame Blade, what it'll usually do is end after the first successful weapon attack, okay? So you'll have this additional fire damage, but you'll lose it once you use it, okay? With Flame Blade, it doesn't count as a weapon attack, so you get an additional 3 to 9 damage on top of this. So if you ever want to use Flame Blade, we're using a trick like that, okay? So we'll use Arsonist Oil, and like I said, we're going to be using Transmog, so I'll show you a quick example with that. We have Selune's armor. How did I get it? Mods, obviously. And because of this mod, what we can do is actually make this helmet look like Aylin's helmet. So we can have our Selune Smiter actually look the part. Feel like she picked up some attitude from Aylin, alright? So we're going to be using things like that to make our character, plus our, you know, maybe this guy look like Volo, look like Aylin, and so on and so forth. Kind of match the builds, alright? Will this be an easy run? That's the idea, but maybe not. I don't know. I just know from many honor runs, range is OP, so this guy has a ranged weapon plus a great weapon master. Okay, hold spells are ridiculous OP, so we're having a whole character focused on that. Pickpocketing, like I said, you can get anything. All this gear is now available to us because we know how to pickpocket, steal, and open up chests. Scrolls are OP, so we can steal any amount of scrolls and basically have a bunch of level 5 and 6, okay? We have Bard is OP, that's why I'm using him as a main character. He's going to talk to people to death with charisma, as well as some other benefits there, plus that's his spellcasting stat, right? And of course, we have Reverb plus Mental Fatigue plus Radiant Orbs plus Bane. This is a caster's wet dream. We're going to be able to hit things like Hold Person and Lightning spells super easy in this. That's what I think. And everybody is a level 6 spellcaster if you haven't already noticed. Level 6 spellcasting on the Pyro. We have level 6 spellcasting on the Enchantress. We have level 6 spellcasting on the Valor Bard. And we have level 6 spellcasting on our Selune Smiter, okay? How do you level up and play these builds? Well, come watch the stream. It's more fun when people join us anyway. This is really just to show you, hey, I don't just play honor mode for my sake. I try to entertain people, but also show them you can do cool stuff like these builds and make a nasty team, or you can do fun builds, make them as best as possible, make the game just a little harder, by having fun little silly rules like I do. But I want to help people build the character they want as best as they can, and then go have fun in honor mode, because when you beat honor mode, it feels awesome, okay? Especially with your homebrew characters or cool little ideas, right? And I love getting ideas from you guys, suggestions from you guys. That's why I'm going to play this specific character here and a few others, right? So just come into the live chat or leave a comment, see if you're excited, because who's our sponsors? You are. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the stream. The member support is cool and crazy lately, but honestly, I just hope the next stream is going to be wild and fun. We'll get to it. I'm going to leave you with a quick little demo here. Let's just see what happens if I run these characters. Is it as strong as I thought it was? There we go. I can't leave you without some action. So, of course, we need our Pyro Blade. And what I'm going to do is actually set up some arsonist oil on our guy here. There we go. I'm going to give him some arrows too. Gale, you got them arrows, yeah, of many targets, yeah, I got that. Okay, so let's give it to Zenith, whatever your name is, Yolo, and then we'll go ahead, get some arsonist oil applied to our weapon. Let's send that over to this guy. All right, so we have the crossbow, we even have the Falar Louvre. Let's go ahead, pop this, and what else can we pop? We got those arrows going. All right, Gale, if you would, let's light up the flame blade. Let's go. And then, of course, check it out. We got Meta Magic. It's not Eldritch Blast, but you know what? We can hit 2 targets, and it hits hard. Oh, yeah. Let's do it. Da-da-da! Okay. Here we go. So, like I was saying, check this out. Thanks to this hat, we can run up to somebody, hit you once with our offhand, hit you again. Thanks to the hat, we get another bonus action, just like a martial. We have 2 weapon attacks. All right. And then I should probably soul brand them next time, but we still cooked them. Oh yeah. All right. And then of course we can drop a nuke with Mini, but first I want to use this Cambion spell. Watch this. Let's see if I can do this Cambion combo. Go ahead with a speed potion. Just gonna be using some cool stuff in this run. Ready? Charmed. And now go ahead, kiss him. Kiss him. Boom. 42 damage from a Cambion. Damn straight. Oh yeah, I thirst for combat too. Let's go. All right. So, let's run over here. Can I get the hold monster on you, plus another person, maybe you? Okay. Boop. So, level 5 hold monster can target 2? What the hell? Alright, it's amazing. Alright, so that means what we can do is maybe charge over there. So what I'm going to do is light up. Got Spirit Guardians to level 5, because our smites only go to 4. Okay, and then we can keep Minthara safe with a sanctuary. No one can target her. And then we can run over there. Okay, and we got our Valor Bard coming over here. He can use an arrow of many targets, get reverb on everybody, plus Bane. Oh yeah, that's ridiculous. Bane, reverb. Okay, now what I'm going to show you is even crazier. Watch this. We're going to do a speed potion. And we're going to call down some lightning. Oh yeah. Boom. Yeah, and we still got another shot, so we can just keep wrecking. We need to get a smite in, come on. He's dazed. Got volley, he ain't gonna hit us. Oh no! Alright. What you got for me? Run into that Spirit Guardians. Nope. Oh, shield. Got him. Alright, so, like I said, Spirit Guardians run in there. Alright, since we have this, we can actually smite this guy. Like that. And we can go up to level 4 smite. Big damage, oh my goodness. We can go ahead and give a little heal back to Gale. Check that out. Gale said, you know what? It's time to unload. Do level 5. Oh yeah. And then we'll just swing with our offhand. Smack. And another smack. Oh yeah. Cook him. Get out of there, Shadowheart. Oh, everybody dead. Everybody died. Yeah, I think this will be an easy run. Alright, well, I'll see you in the stream. Until then, you guys have an awesome one. Oh, I guess that's the stream calling. Bye.